Hey everyone, my name is Calf. Welcome to another video. This is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. Expect a lot of jump cuts in this video because I did not write a script. I kind of just felt like getting a video up and out there for you guys to watch. Before we get into it, obviously, like and subscribe. On the road to 1,000 subs. Anyways, let's go. Basically, I've had this monitor for over a year and a half now. It hasn't failed me yet. It's held up great. It's working fantastic. It does what it's supposed to do every time I fire it up. There are some issues I have with like the interface and how you adjust the settings. Like the knob on the back of it, really annoying. Basically, how you navigate the settings is just really super annoying. Anybody who has this thing knows what I'm talking about. But once you have everything in place and good to go, you don't really have to worry about navigating the menus too much. However, though, when you do switch inputs between like HDMI 1, 2, and DisplayPort, it's kind of annoying. So say I turn off my PS5 before switching inputs, it just gets really wonky and it doesn't want to switch inputs, or because it doesn't recognize an input's there, and it just gets really weird. I wish it wouldn't do that. I wish when you hit switch input, it would just switch the input with no issue. I know in my video before I complained about like the slight wobble it had. That's not really an issue. If there is any wobble, I don't notice it when I'm playing video games, so that's not a big deal. As far as the settings go, I'm not really gonna show you like what my color settings are because everybody's different with what they like and don't like. My best thing is kind of pick one of the preset profiles and just tweak it to your liking. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. But like I said, once you have that tweaked, you're pretty much good to go on that. You won't ever have to touch it again. In terms of response time, I have my response time set to the second highest setting. I had it on the highest setting, but for some reason I was experiencing some ghosting and other visual weirdness going on, if that's what you want to call it. So I turned it down one notch and it fixed it for me, and it looks great. I mean, overall, for the money, it's an absolutely fantastic monitor for what you're spending for it. I mean, don't expect anything like crazy like an IPS monitor, because I mean, IPSs are gonna be like the best for color, but I feel like with this monitor, once you dial in the settings to your liking, I mean, you can't beat it. So like the next upgrade from this would be like a 1440p or a 4K monitor, but those get really expensive once you go up into the high refresh rate. So I think I'm going to stick with this guy for the foreseeable future until, I get a graphics card that can actually pump out those kinds of resolutions. Oh yeah, I keep getting this question. No, it doesn't have speakers. It does have a jack in the back where you can plug in headphones or you can plug in speakers to give you sound. But no, it does not have built-in speakers. Also, another question I get, will this work with consoles? Yes. However, if you are using this with an Xbox One or a PS4 or any of the last gen consoles, there's no reason for you to buy this monitor, because those consoles do not support any refresh rate higher than 60 hertz. However, if you have a PC that can handle it, or a next gen console like a PS5, an Xbox Series S or X, if you can get your hands on it, yes, this monitor will work with the 120 hertz modes that come with those consoles. And even if you have a PC that doesn't necessarily like have the best graphics card or processor, you'll still I would still definitely recommend getting a 144 hertz monitor, because there are a lot of older games that you'll be able to run and see the difference when it comes to actual frame rate difference going from 60 to 144 hertz. It's not nearly as jarring as it is from like if you go from 30 frames to 60 frames. But I think when you go from 60 to 144 hertz, I mean, now you're getting into luxury territory. It is very, very nice. It is very smooth, but it's not going to completely ruin 60 frames a second like 60 frames a second ruined 30 frames a second for me. Like running every game on 60, I refuse to play any game on anything lower than 60 frames a second. That's just me though. I've become a snob. Anyways, if you guys have any other questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. I reply to pretty much every comment down below. Also, hit up all my socials, my Discord, my Twitch, even though I'm streaming on YouTube nowadays. All the links to those, description below. Again, thank you again for watching. If you found this helpful, if you enjoy me, my personality, my content, like the video, and again, sub, and have a fantastic evening, day, morning, whatever. I'm out.